Welcome to Lifestyle Strength, your guide to mastering health and well-being in the real world.
I'm Ariel, a massage therapist with over a decade of experience in holistic health. And I'm here with Lucas, a seasoned fitness coach who's transformed the lives of hundreds in Northwest Arkansas.
We're here to share real stories and expert insights about embracing a healthy lifestyle while balancing the everyday hustle.
Join us as we explore practical ways to achieve wellness and thrive amidst life's challenges.
Let's dive in.
And I would say social media has really brought that to the forefront too. It's like we always just see when we talk about this, it's you see the result, you never see the work in the timeline that it took to get there, which we're judging someone based on one point in their life, and gosh, they could have struggled for 30 years before they got to where they were. And I would say most successful business people, this isn't their first rodeo. They've been through the trenches. It's never just worked. Like, it just doesn't work that way. It's always like, gosh, we tried this and we went there and we failed doing this. And the more experience you gain, the better it gets. And I would say life's that way too. Like, I've really embraced that. Like, gosh, I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to come off like I got it all figured out. And that's one of the things I've learned too, is like, I'm a story. The whole thing's a story. And I have to go through these trials and tribulations to learn how to be a better person and how to show up better for my family and show up better for myself. And without going through all those things, but that's never the story.
Right.
The story is always we see this person and here they are. And
Yeah.
that's the hard part.
Right. Well, I mean, that's just you being authentic. And I think it's embracing authenticity, which is dead now. That's not what is anywhere. I've continued to try to find that for myself, even like making sure, like even today, I was listening to something about business, and it was specific to my type of business and the service that I provide, and how people are craving that authenticity. It's because they want to be authentic themselves. They don't know how, because if we've grown up in this world of instant gratification and seeing those end results, just seeing the honeymoon, and you didn't see the whole dating cycle and the fighting and the awesome moments. You just saw the one great moment at the end. Right. And I was talking with a client of mine this morning who owns her own business, and she was, to your point, she was saying that business owners, entrepreneurs, they fail. They're the ones that are willing to fail the most. They fail 1,000 times, and nobody ever cares or sees it. And once you realize that that's okay and that it's fine, you're bulletproof, because you can just be willing to do it over and over and over again, because you only need that one success to make it worth it.
Exactly.
And that's hard. It's hard for a lot of us to feel that failure over and over and over again, and not know if you're going to get there.
Yeah.
But I think the real entrepreneur, the real mindset, is knowing you're going to get there, just not today.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep trying.
Yeah.
It's not, there's no book that's going to tell you how to do it. You got to figure it out on your own. And something I said to some high school kids, Morgan and I like to give tours of our facility, and we were hooked up with some of the local schools and talking about like jobs and what it takes to get to the next level, and what's it look like. And they're all kids trying to figure out who they want to be, which is like the perfect age to really get an impact.
Yeah.
We always talk about, if there's one kid that we can impact, it's worth our time. Right. Like, if we can just help one person, it's amazing. Well, we talk about like, what are the basics? What's important? What's not important? And one of the things I said this last group, and I thought was just like, it just kind of came to me. I was like, you're going to fail a bunch. You may change careers 10 times till you get it figured out. But if you stay in that career, or you stay in that situation that you're unhappy every day, you don't want to be there, it's okay to change it. It's okay to step out and go, I got to make some changes. And I go back to like, even where I was 3 months ago, 6 months ago, it's like, I got to make some changes. And it's like just the self-realization, but we got to tell people that. We got to show them that it's okay to do that. And then some of the teachers came up to me afterwards, and they're like, that was such a great message. Like, I'm glad you said it that way, because these kids always think like, oh, I got to go to college, and I got to make straight A's, and I got to get this big career. And I'm like, yeah, but are you enjoying it? Yeah. Is it something that you want to do? And it's like all these kids, gosh, I was that. I wanted to be a doctor, an attorney, and
this whole big path of all these different things, and until I figured out that I just want to be a problem solver. That's all. I mean, and I just happen to own a business.
Yeah.
And that was a great opportunity that I had. And that was it.
Yeah. I think I'm having a realization now. It's all about discovering how to be authentic. It's almost like a skill. Like it's really hard to be yourself and embrace all of the good things and the bad things.
Yeah.
When you have no idea what it is that you are,
Sure.
Sure. You think you want something, or you think you need something, you think you have to be something because of who knows what.
Right.
My journey, I thought I needed to be a bodybuilder or a model or an actor to have success, or to attract women, or to, just fuel my own ego.
Sure.
Whatever it was, you know. But I actually truthfully thought I wanted that for a long time. And then only once I got in the weeds of it and realized this wasn't going to make me happy.
Right.
This wasn't going to fulfill me.
Right.
Did I have to get rid of that part of me and then shed it off. And it sucked because fitness was like a cornerstone of those things.
Yeah.
So it's like I was losing the thing that I did love, but I was on a path of misguided passion. Right.
Yeah.
It's like you have passion for the thing that you're doing, but it's just not pointed in the right direction.
Right.
And we're always trying to recalibrate that, because I think it's going to change over time.
Right.
It doesn't mean you have to give up, everything that you're doing. Maybe it just means you need to find a new way to do it that makes you feel more gratified. And the next change from that I went through was doing online training and going through COVID and realizing I didn't want to be behind a computer all day. It was not my thing.
That's got to be so hard.
I could make more money. I could help more people, but it's just not, not who I am.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we have a great interaction I feel like every day we're together.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're always talking about stuff, and
Right.
and it's really like I'm sure that personal touch, it's missed. You just can't get that through a screen that like you can in person. Like whether it's you're showing us how to do something, or you're noticing something about us, or it's like you don't get those interactions the same. And I feel like there's so much value that you bring every time we're working out. And it's just like, I look forward to it every day just to say, well, what are we gonna talk about today? How's it gonna go?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? What it's
I think that's the thing, and not to make it about me or anything, but I think online training, like I said, there's 1,000 ways to do it.
Yeah.
Right? There's 1,000 ways to become fit. A lot of people have seen success through going to fitness classes. A lot of people have had help and found success through online training. Specifically, what I find really interesting is, I would say, people of more like you, who you are a go-getter. You need to be, if you're told what to do and you are willing to go do it, you're going to go do it.
Yeah.
And that is highly favorable for online training, because I can just send you the plan.
Yeah.
Cool. You know what to do. Go do it. I'll check in on you in a week.
Right.
And a lot of CEOs, a lot of business owners who are pulled in 1,000 directions, who don't want to think about it. They just want to be like, that's what I got to do. That's what I got to eat. The meals are ordered. I don't have to do anything. I can just do it, spit it out, and they can stay productive into what they're doing.
Yeah.
But that, at the same time, like you said, you miss some of that.
I would miss that so much.
You miss that relatability. You miss that kind of like that. And for me, it's the more impactful change. It's the feeling, right? It's, maybe they have that feeling on their own. They can do their workout. They feel empowered. They move on and they make a transformation. Maybe it might happen. I'm sure it does for some people.
Right.
I think more often being there, listening, understanding like what you have going on in your life, and how we can pivot what we're doing to, serve you best in what season of life you're in, what schedule you have that week, and that's a lot harder to do on a screen.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's impossible. Could be possible.
Right.
But, knowing that you've got a lot going on, and sometimes people just need to be heard.
Sure.
That's what you could get the most out of in the session.
Right.
Versus the workout. Like, but for sure, the workout's the workout. Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Right.
You're gonna feel it feels the same. It's just either your heart's beating faster or your muscles are burning.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else is different about that one.
Right.
But if you leave the gym like feeling empowered, like, wow, like I feel heard, or he helped me with this one specific thing, or
Yeah.
like that's to me what makes it worth it.
I totally agree. I mean, we've had plenty of sessions where it's like I walk away going, "Gosh, that was great." Like, and it wasn't that we had a great workout; it was that it was a great experience.
Yeah,
all the way through. And the workout was tough, but also it was like the conversation. I learned one new thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was all it was, or maybe you learned one new thing.
Yeah,
from us, or whatever it was.
That's the other thing. You're like, I like doing it. I get to learn too.
I feel like we have great conversations and we talk about all kinds of stuff. And it's always like I walk away feeling like we all learned something today. And it wasn't just that we're here to work out and we're robots. It was just we actually enjoyed it. And we just had a good conversation and just so happened to build some muscle and get in shape.
Right. It's the same that like, when you find that person, that business partner, or that person you're doing a deal with, who it's like you just click, like you just It's like, okay, we both have the same idea, like we're trying to make a deal work so both parties are happy and successful and make money, but like it feels different when you have the one that's like, I like you, like you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your results compound because of that.
Right.
It's like you manifest it because you're working together with the same mindset versus like, I'll do it. Like, how the guy just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the same energy.
Right.
Or even if it's not that you have any discontent towards the person, you just feel detached from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like my wife, Julia, she's got an online coach, and he, is serving what he needs to serve for her, but she didn't know anything about him. Like, right. She just sees somebody other than her husband to tell her what workouts to do. Because I can't tell her what workouts to do.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna listen to me.
Right. That's funny. I got a question for you.
Sure.
What do you think? Like, I would love to motivate more people to do like what Morgan and I are doing. What is something that's like from your angle that you see that people need to realize or think about differently? I know some people probably get started and they quit, or they get to a spot where it's hard, or what would you say that is like the biggest key to someone like following through and being successful with changing their life? Let's just say that.
Okay. I think this has changed.
Okay.
I think this changes based on a person's personality. Truthfully, I think it really depends on how you go about it. Is dependent on the personality, but ultimately, no matter what, every person's got to decide they truly want it.
Yeah.
Like if they don't want it, if they're just doing it because they know they need to, it's not enough.
Yeah.
If they're doing it because their doctor told them to, it's not enough. If they're doing it because their spouse told them to, it's not enough. It doesn't matter. If you truly wanted it, you'd understand how to make it work in some capacity. It may not be 3 times a week. It may just be once a week.
Right.
Or it might be 10 minutes a day. Doesn't really matter. It's just knowing that like, I want this thing, and I think that X action is going to help me get there.
Yeah.
Cool. Commit to it. Do it blindly, and be willing to not see results doing it.
Right.
That's hard for certain personalities. So if we're thinking like tactically, I would say like if you have more personality where you work well with like some pressure on you, like committing to an event is a really good way to start.
Yeah.
Or like a challenge, anything that has a set time and date. And we used to go back and the old acronym like SMART goals that used to be for everything. I don't think it's necessary for everyone. But I've seen, that's how I got started. I felt bad and was like, discovered the Insanity program by Sean T.
Yep.
I was like, I'm going to do this program. It's 3 months long. And they had like a prize at the end. You got like a shirt if you got to the end. And I didn't get the shirt because I was like 16 years old and had illegally torrented it and downloaded it. So I wasn't technically doing it the right way, but I still just challenge myself. And so it was just putting that pressure on myself to see, can I finish this thing?
Yeah.
And that's what got me through the really hard part, was that just that initial commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of it, I had seen some results, and that was empowering.
Yeah.
So it's figuring out how to empower yourself.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We want to invite you back next week as we continue the conversation, and be sure to follow us on social media to get all of our content and clips and anything you might have missed. Again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.